Hi there guys and welcome to another Train Sim 2018 video. Today I've got a scenario I've been really looking forward to. I was sitting around the other day trying to go through the backlog of all the videos I have and things I needed to cover. And one that happened to be the Master Key Simulations 460 livery pack that was released, which includes like the Emirates livery, the Continental livery and the Delta livery. It was a really nice free giveaway from Master Key on that note. And I was struggling to find a scenario for it. And I was thinking in the back of my head, somebody had mentioned to me, oh, I'm doing a scenario for him, and it happened to be Lewis Clowes. And those of you that don't know him, he's real regular on my stream, also the admin on my Facebook group. Lovely lad, I class him as a mate. And just as I was sitting at the computer thinking this, he just sent me this message saying, oh, that 460 scenario's finished, do you want to have a go at it? I was like, yes, please. So here we go. There's been a few variants and versions of it getting it done, but we should be alright to keep going now. With it being the 460, it will take me a second to get the cab set up, but as soon as I'm done, we'll get outside, have a look at the skin and all of that jazz. So we'll start by reading the blurb, and then we'll get going. So please insert the master key, set the reverse to neutral, and open the doors here at Brighton. Once your doors are open, you may proceed to set up the train. Excellent. Okay, thank you, Lewis. Right. Master key into neutral. Cancel the AWS. Let's get TMS logged in. Let's get used to it. Then you're going to beep at me because I'm going to turn off the vigilance. And we'll clear that. Come on, yeah. Once you've beeped, you can stop. Let's have some headlights. We need those on today. Let's get the CSR on. That should come up. Let's press the area. We are 7-1, if I remember rightly. 7-1. Then we need to do this SU. It is when that's done. Let's get our doors open actually. And then it is 0440. Might not be exactly right, might not give us the right head code, but it's just a little bit of added realism, isn't it, doing this? Which I quite enjoy. 1099, yeah, so it's not really recognised it. We should be 1 Alpha 79. But anyway, right. Let's not worry about aircon or anything at the minute. We're all looking good, passenger view wise. Brighton's looking nice and busy. Fast Grapple Connect 377, some Southern 377s. Nice. Oh, TSN. Zero, 092. F2. That's us done. Alright then. Let's get moving. Huh? Nice. Okay, I really like the 460. It's one of my favourite trains to drive in Train Simulator. By far. By far. What have we got out here? 171 coming in there. That's beautiful. 442 in the depot there. Looks like he's done the stock really nicely, actually. The announcements are brilliant. 30 minutes, is it? Yeah, that's about right. It's like 377 making that noise there, wasn't it? It's like, what is that strange noise? Let's get some instrument lights on as well. I always find it with these scenarios a little bit of a rush. I think if anybody does a 460 scenario, they've got to give you a little bit of leeway, haven't they, to get everything done. Like real drivers would, really. All nice when the unbranded 442s. No, the UKRD ones, or Train Sim Designs is their website now. Slick little website they've got over there. It's James Ivel and Ash Clark. A few others, I think. And the thing I still love doing with this is this. I was actually talking to the guy that did the sounds for this. Was on the stream a little while ago. He was saying he actually did that sound by putting a hose at his window, which I thought was brilliant. It's going to be one way to get the sounds, isn't it? Just runs so nicely. And this view's better when I can increase speed and get the traction motors to put on a bit of whine. So we'll come back to that one. Oh, tunnel occlusion. I should have got that sorted on this before I started driving it. That's the route, not the train, guys, remember. London to Brighton being an older route doesn't have tunnel occlusions. I'm sure there is a patch out there somewhere. In fact, if any of you know where it is, just send us, stick it in the comments below. That'd be very, very handy. So once clear with this, I'll go back to the bogey view and we can hear that whine. So to get that, by the way, it's Shift 2 and then the right arrow key. Hear the traction motors kicking in there? It's lovely. Just a very, very cool thing that you just wouldn't really think of, but is once you've got it, it's very nice, and you find yourself going, oh, I'll just stick my head down on the bogies there and listen to that. And when we get out of this tunnel, it clears up a little bit. We'll get some nice external shots. Really looking forward to showing you guys the outside of this properly. It opens up a bit when we get out the other side here. And doing a video for this train, I could spend hours going through the features, and I will. But I just suggest you go out and buy it, really. Look at this. Stunning. Stunning work. Catch the fast train to China. The detail on that picture is, and the fact that that's in Train Simulator is amazingly good. Somebody's spent some time and effort on that. 377. So what we'll do is we'll shoot off and get some fly past shots. It's very pretty. I haven't tried out the Delta or the Continental ones yet. I should do, really. Something about the gold doors with the red I quite like. I'm a big fan of anything red and black, so I'd rather see the white as black. That would look very cool with the gold doors. Such a pretty cab environment, this as well. The guy that actually made this is the same guy who did the 150-2 cab and the recent Armstrong Powerhouse 158 cab. Now, he says he's most proud of the 158 cab, and I could see why. The 158 cab's beautiful, but this is also stunning. It's quite strange driving these routes from the older RSC days routes. So it just sort of shows you how much Train Simulator's come on, leaps and bounds, leaps and absolute bounds. People have really mastered the tools, the building tools that are included with it. I'm really looking forward to Master Key Simulation's next adventure. It's the Class 47. Is next out of their workshop. It's going to be nice. I think with this as a... well, as long as they can keep up the consistency, which I think they pretty much can, by showing us this, I think they can. Don't get me wrong, this isn't without its faults. There's been that sound issue that actually caused me a dump just before I've redone this. Even though the sound set has been built from the ground up again, it still has one or two audio issues where it doesn't really make you dump. It stutters the game so much that it slows down, then it says Rail Simulator stopped working. It hasn't happened to me often. I think that's only the second time it's happened, and I've driven this quite a lot. So it's not something you're going to see every day, but it can happen with it. Now the 47, I'm really looking forward to. I mean, I'm no fan of seeing a 47 in the flesh. It doesn't really excite me or make me go ooh or ah. But for some reason, driving them in Train Sim I really like. I think it comes down to when I got the Armstrong Powerhouse sound. No, it was the Mark 2 pack or the 47? It was the Mark 2 pack, I think. And there was a scenario, funny enough, on this route. It was an in-city cross-country service, and it was the Mark 2's an in-city swallow, and the 47 an in-city swallow. And I just loved it, absolutely loved it. And then the 47-7 that was 47-7, the DTG recently released, was banging as well. Loved it. So something about driving them that I like. Do you guys have any train that you don't particularly like in real life, but you like to drive in real life? And in real life, I'd like to drive all of them in real life. In train sim, let me know in the comments. I want to know if I'm the only one that does that. I'm trying to think of any other trains that I drive that I really like. Aren't really fussed about seeing. And then, of course, there's the opposite of that. Trains you love, but you can't drive in TS. So the 365, Albi's one is the best of a bad bunch, but the 365 is one of those for me. It's pretty, isn't it? I love 365s in real life. Just trying to think of any of the other ones. The 158 was one of those for me. I love 158s in real life, but I didn't drive them in Train Simulator until the new one came out, because it was just pretty awful to drive. And the 91s, do you remember when the 91 first came out? That was a shambles. And you guys all know I love 91s to bits, and 92s before the sound pack. Give people a bit of notice that I'm coming through at 90. That looks like double yellows to me. No, gone green. We're running a tad early, but not a lot. Like sort of 15 seconds early, 16 seconds. But I suppose in such a congested network as the London to Brighton route, that's probably not masses. There we go. And that's quite a short signal distance further up as well, so let's hope that's at doubles. That is what happens with a 460, I'm afraid. Oh, it's not quite dumped. If I can get to an exterior view, it has now. Oh no, it seems to have tried to fix itself. I can't get to another view though. Oh, can I? Can I rescue it? Is it rescuable? Yes. No, yes. I think we might have just rescued it. Maybe. Got an active EWS. Let's get back in. Oh, look at that for a saviour. So that's exactly what I was talking about, guys. That is the issue you get with the 460. Whew. I've tried to record this video so many times, and if that happened again, I was really going to be really cross. So I will take the emergency brake application for that. And the way to fix that, as you saw, was frantically try and get out of that cab. If you can get external and then go internal again, you're all right. It should work. Right, now, is there a particular procedure for this? I think we have to go fully into emergency on there, and then it should, no, maybe you don't, maybe it'll just come off. That's fine, looks like it's just coming off. Let's get some speed up and get back on time, because I'm guessing that's going to make us a little bit late. Well, there you go, rescued. So you see, it isn't without its faults. And does that massively put me off? No, as I said, it doesn't happen very often, even though on this scenario it has happened to me twice now. So I'm hoping it just will end up fixing itself. Don't know. I don't know. I think MKS was saying that Steam, the guys that even built the game, couldn't even work out why it was happening and how it was causing it. It's very odd. It's very odd. Because it doesn't actually dump. I mean, I don't know if you saw there, but the little box coming up saying Railworks is no longer responding. And you can just about rescue it if you're lucky enough. Well, it looks like we're going to be held up on our way into Gatwick. Yep. This has got pretty efficient brakes, if I'm honest. Don't think you guys realise the frustration that would have been if that had actually stopped me doing this video. I've been trying to do this video for 2 days. Various things have interrupted me. Various things have stopped me doing it. Yeah, it's been interesting. I won't lie, this has probably been one of the hardest videos I have ever recorded. That's yellow. And it's actually a really quick, simple scenario. And it's not necessarily been to do with the stock or anything like that. It's been various things with TS. Reskins not showing up, all sorts of jazz like that. So the scenario itself is fine. The train itself has that one issue, but the rest of it is fine. So out of the probable 8 times I think I've started this video, only 2 of those have been due to the 460. No, 1 of those has been due to the 460, because this version's working. We're working now. We're running. Other bits of it have been train sim being a bit of a pain. That's yellow. So again, I think the frustration for me with this is what we're seeing now. This is as far as you can really run the 460. Only really goes on this route. I don't think it went anywhere else. And that's why I'm looking forward to seeing something from Master Key that we can really thrash. And a 47, I mean, come on, if there's not a more go anywhere locomotive, well, 37, I suppose. But 47's pretty much got from the far north to the far south. Probably more common up north and really, really down south. Well, Penzance actually would have got 47s. When around Dover and sort of that southern area, the southeastern section was a lot of 33s and that sort of jazz. So Gatwick is on the HUD. And Lewis has used these little red arrows. If you ever see these are stop point markers. lights, they actually point to exactly where you should stop. Chris uses them sometimes in these scenarios. So that one definitely is red. Oh, you don't know how pleased I am to see Gatwick. See if this dumps now or crashes now, you'll get in this video anyway, guys. Because it's a cracking little scenario. AI and it's lovely. Alright, let's wait for whoever that is in front of us to bugger off, and then we can get in there. 377 is on his way out anyway. Let's take advantage of that. Get the screeny when we're here. That's it, we're in. It's nice to drive from Brighton up to Gatwick as well, and not necessarily just out of Victoria. Try and get to that little marker point that he puts in there for us, especially. Nah, we're not going to make that marker, because that would be now. Part of me does want like the old BVE style, it shows you that little line that lines up. I'd quite like that. Excellent. We have made it. To Gatwick. Can I get that Gatwick Airport sign in and that train? No. There's a little bit more going on in that one, isn't there? Well, none of my doors opened. I sound a little bit of a woo with the sounds there. I'm getting the sounds from that. That's a bit odd, isn't it? It's a passenger view, I'm not. So I'll let Lewis know about the doors not opening. That's probably an error at this end, probably not a scenario error, but if it is, it's a work in progress scenario anyway. It's not been released. Let's watch that 442 come in. With the Southwest trains, one coming in behind it. I like that. That's a James Ivel one, that one, I think. Well, they don't fit. So actually they don't fit, or is it just not pulled right up? Oh, if it actually pulled right up, it would. Hang on, 10 car. Wouldn't that be a 10 car? Could be. Excellent. I enjoyed that. There is something about turning up at Gatwick that I quite like. It gives me that holiday little buzz, doesn't it? Alright guys, thank you ever so much for joining me. And I will catch you guys again soon. You can hear that everywhere. Alright guys, once again, thanks ever so much. Please feel free to like, share and subscribe to this video, and I will catch you guys again soon.